Hello and welcome to Hexed Encountered. My name is Joe. In this video, we will be playing the game Soccer Blast from PLAAY Games. This is a simulation of pro soccer, and in this game, we will be playing a game from the 1985-86 English Football League season that is offered by PLAAY Games, and I will be playing a game from the first match day of the season between Arsenal and Liverpool. This game is at Anfield. It is a Liverpool home game. I have everything set up here and ready to go. Basically, if you're unfamiliar with the way the game works, you have 5 piles of players, with each pile having 2 players in it for both teams. They're numbered. When you roll 3 dice, and if the green die, you would take the green die's value and you would rotate the players based on who has the ball. So if Arsenal is in possession, you roll a 2, we would swap this position, just swap the cards, and then you have basically your primary players here. But this way it ensures that all 11 players end up being active in the game, because we have our goaltenders and then we also have our players in the field. I'm going to kind of just go through the game. We'll play it out. I'll talk about how things work as we go. I'm not quite an expert on this game. I've played it some, so it is possible I will make mistakes. So we're going to roll one final note before we start. So typically you roll these 3 dice, with this again being the indicator of the player position to swap, and then these 2 being used to determine what the action is on the pitch. They have a gold die that is included with the game that allows you to roll basically to determine the difference in quality between teams from different leagues. So, if you're playing, second division against first division, for example, there's a qualitative difference between the squads, obviously. So you would use this die to kind of help manage that. And then there's also the decider die, which has 3 green dots on it, on 3 sides, and 3 blank sides. So it's a 50-50 die, basically. It's a D2 in essence. And you use that to make final tie-breaking determinations during the game. So I'm actually going to use this gold die as an additional die, a 4th die, because oftentimes you'll roll and then you'll need to re-roll the green to determine, like, say, what quality gets checked. Because if you're familiar with PLAAY Games, the players have qualities on their card and abilities, and so that kind of is the way the game determines what happens on the pitch. So we'll talk about what some of these mean as we go on. You'll see some triangles. Triangles indicate offensive capability. Squares indicate defensive ability, and circles indicate kind of like ball skills, dribbling, passing, things like that. So I am going to roll all 4 dice. Sometimes we won't need to use the gold. Sometimes we will. And I always do this. I forgot to roll for who gets kickoff, so we'll do this first. We'll use black for home, that is Arsenal, and white for, home is Liverpool. Black for Liverpool, white for Arsenal. And Arsenal wins it, so they will kick off to begin the game, which means Arsenal kicks off to start the second half. And we get a green 2, so we swap the 2 position for Liverpool, which is Craig Johnston. We put Paul Walsh on top. Then we get a black 6 and a white 1, which adds up to 7. And here we have our pitch action chart. And you can see 7 is midfield battle. So with midfield battle, basically we have to check equality. So here's where we will use our gold die. And it is 1. So we mark off a minute. And so we check the team with most pace starts the next minute. So basically we had some, we eat up a little bit of clock, and then we're going to check a quality on the players to see who has the most pace. So Sansom has pace for Arsenal, as does Allinson. That is 2. On the Liverpool side, Walsh and Beglin have it, so that is also 2. So this is where we would use our decider die. So we'll roll this, and if it's the bullet, it's Liverpool. If it's blank, it is Arsenal. It is blank, that would be Arsenal. So Arsenal takes over. And they will be the action team here for the next roll. And they get a 2 as well. So Allinson gets swapped out with Ricks. And we get a 5 on the gold, so we may not need that. And then we have a 10. So on 10, that is tackle. If defensive team has square, it gains possession. Otherwise, advance continues. So the defensive team in this case is Liverpool. We look, and they do have square. Beglin has a square, as does Hansen and Molby. So they do take over. So that is a turnover. Liverpool takes control, and we continue. And this time we get a green 6, which can be played two ways. So the advanced rule, you can swap the defense. So that would be the 4 and 5 positions. So that would be these two guys. Or you can just switch nobody. So we'll play with the advanced rule, and we'll switch these two. So O'Leary and Viv Anderson become active. And then we actually rolled triples. So we have 6, 6, 6. But it's a 12. So if the defense team has 2 squares on the pitch, which it does, we've got 3 actually. O'Leary has 2 and Anderson has 1. So that results in an immediate counter attack. Okay, so when you get a counter attack, it creates an attack. So we get to see the attack sequence for the first time. Now the way the attack sequence works, you compare the triangle symbols of the offense's primary players. We have to re-roll. I forgot about that. So I'm going to re-roll. I'm not sure I need the gold at this point. So I'm just going to re-roll the 3. So we get a 3 and a 2 and a 5. So this is important. The black and white will be read separately here, but the 3 indicates that we're going to rotate our number 3 players. So Paul Davis is activated. Now we've got a 5 on the white and a 2 on the black. So you compare attack symbols on the offense, and it needs to be lower than the 2, which it isn't in this case because Davis, the black die must be equal or less. So I'm sorry, I had it backwards in my head. I was thinking of the way the defense works. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 triangles. The roll is 2. It's higher, so they're good. Now you want the defense to have fewer squares than the number on the white die, and in this case they have 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The roll is a 5, so the attack is actually on target. Now here on our card you have here's the attack sequence, and it's explained here, and then you have defended for when the dice don't match, or you fail this dice check basically. Then you have an on target roll where you roll all 3 dice. And again, we're going to switch 3 again. So Rocastle goes back to the top. So here on the chart, on the on target chart, 8 says 0-2 shoots. Okay, so 0-2 is Graham Ricks. He has a 2 shot rating. The stars are positives. If you see scissors like this guy right here, O'Leary, that's actually really bad because that ends up halving and then halving again. Each scissor halves the attack, but in this case, he doesn't matter. So we have 2 plus 2 is 4. Our black die reads a 4, so that is good. It's equal, or it has to be equal or less. So in this case, it's good. So you want to roll high basically on your black die, which we kind of did. So it's a 4, so that's the minimum we needed. And then you check the white die against the goalie's stars on the on-target save. So since this is a shot for Arsenal, we check Grobelar's here, and his on-target is a 3, and our die roll rather is a 4. So that means that you check the goal, you move to the next stage, which is goal. So here's the goal. So we've made it all the way up to here. So now we need to roll to see what happens. So we actually just add these 2 together. I'm sorry. So we have an 8. We don't actually roll again. So we have an 8, which is wonderful finish, great goal. So Ricks scores, and Rocastle gets an assist, and that is a goal. So Liverpool will kick off to start the next minute. We're in minute 5 now, so we will again roll all our dice, and we get 3, 3, 3, and a 4. So Liverpool will swap the 3. activating or moving Ronnie Whelan to the top. And then a 6 is take on. So you use the matchup from the dice combination, and then you would re-roll the green, but we're not doing that because we're using the gold for it. So it's 4. Quality 4 is hard. So we're going to compare Whelan with Rocastle, looking for hard. They both have it. So we roll our decider die again, and we get no bullet. So the no bullet means the defender wins. So in this case, that means Arsenal takes over. So it's basically a turnover or no shot. You can denote it however you wish, according to the rules. Now we get a 4, so we swap the 4 position for Arsenal. Kenny Sansom comes to the top. We have a black 2 and a white 4, which again is 6, which is going to again be a take on. Our gold die is a 5, which is tactics. So we're going to have a 2 from Walsh, or 2 from Liverpool, which is Walsh. And we're looking for tactics, which he has. And then we're looking at Sansom, who is the 4, and he does not have tactics. So that means that Liverpool wins that one, and they take over. Move on. Now it's 3, so I'm going to swap the 3 spot for Liverpool again. And we have an 8, and an 8 is a build-up. And build-up is similar to take on, except that it is a team-based count on the quality you're looking at. So the number we rolled for that is a 3, which is strong. So we count up the strongs for each team. Arsenal has 4, and Liverpool has 3, so that is going to be a turnover or no shot. I've been writing turnover. It just means change of possession, I guess, basically. And we move on. Now Arsenal has the ball. We're in our 8th minute. And we get a 2 and a 9. So the 2, we swap Ricks for Allenson. And 9 is sideline battle. So it says on rolls of 3-6 or 6-3, we have 6-3. Mark off 3 minutes. Ball knocked out of bounds. Reroll green die for out of bounds ruling. So we have a 2 here. So out of bounds ruling on a 3 is the team with the most circle symbols. So Arsenal has 1, 2, 3, 4. Liverpool has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Liverpool takes possession. And we roll again. And we get a 1. So Ian Rush comes to the active side. We've got a 6. And a 6 again is take on. We have a 2 for the quality we're checking. And that is touch. So we're comparing Walsh with Sansom. So we're looking for touch. They both have it. So we roll our decider die. It goes to white, which means Arsenal wins. So again, that is going to be a turnover. And we roll again. And we get a 5. And we get a 2. So we're going to swap the 2 here, which makes Rick's the active guy. And we get a 5, and a 5 is referee decision. So we roll on the referee chart, which means re-rolling all 3 dice. So we'll do that. And we get a 4. So 4 would be the indicator. Well, we need to rotate, but 4 also indicates if there's a foul, that's the player who gets the foul. We rolled a 6. So on our referee chart, we have M and K. So M, you have 3 different referee attitudes. I'm sorry, I'm too far down. Referee attitudes, you have friendly, neutral, and hostile. We're in neutral. There are obviously mechanisms that might make a ref friendly to a side or hostile to a side. But we rolled a 6, and that is defense, foul, yellow card, and indirect free kick. So we get a yellow card on, well, Arsenal had the ball, so it's going to be on Beglin. Yellow, Beglin. And an indirect free kick just basically means we do another, we just start up. There's no like opportunities after that. We just re-roll. So we get a 2, so we're going to swap Ricks for Allenson. We get a 6, and a 6 again is a take on. The gold die is a 1, which is pace. So 5 and 1. So we've got Rush, who does have pace. So does Anderson. So we roll our decider die. It came out blank, even though it popped out of the tower. I'm going to use it. So that is going to be a turnover or a no shot. And we go to our next segment here. We're now in the 15th minute. And let me just re-roll this. I have a my fingers aren't working this morning. Come on, get in there. All right, 5 is the green. Then we've got a 6 again. And so we're going to be checking 2, but let's rotate our 5. So Mark Lawrenson comes up. And a 6 again is a take on, and our gold says 2, which is touch. So we're looking for touch. He has it, and so does he. So we roll our decider die. It is again defense. So again, turnover. So we're not getting many, or even any attacks going here. Decider die is not working out for us here, and dice keep popping out. And that actually was what it turned out to be when it popped out too. So Arsenal has the ball. We swap 5, so Viv Anderson's replaced by Keaton on the top. We have a 10 rather, which is a tackle. So if the defense team has a square, it gains possession. Otherwise, advance continues. So in this case, our defense team is Liverpool. I can guarantee you they have squares. They do. They have 4 of them. So that is again going to be a turnover. Continue. Whoops. So it's a 2 and a 9. So Liverpool has the ball. Craig Johnston. And a 9 is sideline battle. So this time it is a 3-6. So we mark off 3 minutes. And green die for out of bounds ruling. It's a 4. And the 4 is going to again be team with most circles. We have 1, 2, 3 for Arsenal. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Liverpool. So Liverpool takes over. We move on. We're now in minute 20. And we get 6, which would again be the defense. So I'm just going to do that here. So we swap both of the defenders for Arsenal. Our black and white add up to 8. 8 is build up. Our gold is a 5, which is tactics. So we're looking at the team. For tactics, we have 1, 2 for Arsenal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Liverpool. So when that happens, the offense wins. So this is an attack now. So we're going to roll again for our attack. So we roll all 3 dice. Green die change. So that is 2. So that would be this. Then we get a 5 and a 3. So we look at the black die is equal or less than number of triangles. So we need 5 or 6 triangles, and I'm pretty sure we have that. We've got 1, 2, 3 for Rush by himself. Walsh has 1, that's 4. Molby has 2, that is 6. That is more than that, so that works. And then the white die needs to be greater than the number of squares, and is it less or equal and less? Greater than. So it's 3, and they have 3 squares, so that attack fails. So when an attack fails, you use the defended column here. And the number is an 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. So you, that's 0-2 wide. So the shot was by Walsh, shot wide. And 0-1 circle. If 0-1 has a circle, which he does, Rush collects. So they keep control. And we move to a new sequence. And we get a 2 Well, it's 1. So again, Liverpool still has the ball, so we're going to rotate, which means Dalglish comes up. And we've got a 2 on the white and a 4 on the black. So that is 6. We're looking for touch. And so it's 2 versus 4. So this is Beglin with the 4, Allenson with a 2. That's a tie. We roll our decider die, and we get a green, which means that we get an attack. So we will roll again, and we get 1 and 2 and 5. So this, I think, is going to fail, but let's rotate so we get Rush back to the top, which helps which helps get us past this. That's going to pass because Rush by himself has 3 triangles, and in total there are 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, the white 5 is going to be the white die is going to be probably greater than their squares. They only have 3 squares. The white is a 5, so this is going to be an on target. On target 7 is 0-1 shoots. That's Rush. So Rush is shooting. We roll again. Whoops, stop. All right. So we get a 5. So we're going to swap number 5 here. And then we get a 10. So black die is equal or less than shot rating for shooter plus assist for assisting player. So unfortunately, Hansen's assist rating is going to make this fail because we rolled a 5 and Rush has 5 shots. So if he had even 1 assist, this would be good. The shot is saved, so there is a saved die roll as well right here. We use the 2 numbers that are added together, which is 10, which is controlled by D3. So D3 is Rocastle. So Rocastle is going to collect, and Arsenal gets the ball here in minute 22. Okay, 3, so we're going to swap out. And a 6 is again going to be take on, and number 5 is tactics, and we're looking at 2 and 4. So tactics, Walsh has tactics, so Arsenal does not win that one. So that is a turnover. And Liverpool controls. And they get a green 5. So Hansen will go down. Lawrenson also has 2 scissors. So either way, they were going to be bad when they rolled that 5. 7, so we have a midfield battle on, we mark off 1 minute. And team with most pace starts next minute with attack. And we get, what are we looking at again? Pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So Arsenal actually wins this one. So they start the next minute. 2 and 8. And 8 is build up again. And this time we're looking at tactics. So we count tactics for the team. And they have 1, 2, 3. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Liverpool wins. That is a turnover or no shot, depending on how you want to score it. And we go to 26. Liverpool with the ball. We've got another 5, so I'm going to swap again. And we have a 2. We have a 4. So this is home field advantage, which means home team creates an attack. So we're going to roll again for our attack. So green 6. So we'll swap our defenders for Arsenal. And then we got a 4 and a 6. So Rush is still up. So that means that we're going to probably pass this. We're going to pass this, and we're definitely going to pass this. So we're going to have an on-target shot. So we'll just go through the sequence. We need 4 triangles. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's good. We need less than 4 squares. We have 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So this is on target. We look at 10. 10 in the on target is 0-2 spec save. So our shooter is Walsh. And we have to check the spectacular save. So we have to roll our 2 dice. And we get a 5. And a 5 on the spectacular save is 5 stars or better saved, otherwise goal. Lukic, his spectacular save is a 1. So that is definitely not 5. So that is a goal. And that one is unassisted. So that is a goal. Goal for Walsh, it is now 1-1. And we'll start our next sequence here. Stop sliding on me, man. We get a 1 and a 9. 9 is sideline battle. Our roll this time is 4 and 5, so that is a 2-minute sideline battle. The 5 will give us trailing team home if tied. So Liverpool rather. Liverpool takes control. All right, you win. It keeps sliding down. I stand it up and then it keeps falling over, so I give up. All right, so we swap 1 and we have a 9 again, which again is going to be a sideline battle. This is a 3-6, so that is going to be, 4 minutes? 3 minutes. And that's a 2, which is going to be the team with the most circles. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is Liverpool. Liverpool in the 34th minute has the ball. And we get a 3. So Ronnie Whelan. We get a 12, which is counter-attack. So if the defensive team has at least 2 stars, which they do, they create an immediate counterattack. And so we're going to have to re-roll here. We get a 3, 4, 5. So this is promising. They need 4. Well, it would be promising if they had a little bit better offense here. They only have 2 triangles. So that's going to fail. That's going to be a defended result. The 9 on the defended chart is 0-3 wide. So the shot by Rocastle is wide. And 0-2 circle. Ricks does have a circle. So Ricks will collect. Arsenal in control. 3 and 8. And so that's build up, and it's a 2, which is touch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is a tie. And it goes over to Liverpool. Now we get a 5 again, so we swap here. Then we have a 9 again, which is another sideline battle. It is a 4-5, so that's 2 minutes. And the gold is a 5, which is trailing team home if tied, so Liverpool gets possession. And we start again. And we get a 1. So 1 will move Rush back to the top. And a 2 is an attack. If offense team has triangles, it creates an attack, which obviously it does. We roll again here for the attack. Green 6, so we'll swap their defense. And it's a 10 and a 10 on the attack. Yeah. So this is going to be good. So that's good because they have 6 triangles and they definitely don't have 6 squares. So we now go to, well, we have a 10. So the 10 on the on target is 0-2 spec save. So just like we had earlier, we have Walsh shooting, and we roll to see what we get. A spectacular save. It's a 5 again. So as it's the same thing we just had. So his spec save is not up to snuff here. And he scores again. And now it is 2-1 Liverpool. And Arsenal takes over. And we get a 3. So we're going to swap here. And a 9, which is sideline battle. It is a, oh wait, it's an 11. That's not 9, Joe, that's 11. Tackle. If defense team has squares, it gains possession. So they do. So Liverpool takes over. And we get a 4 and a 6, which is take on, and a 4, and take on is hard. So we're looking at 5 and 1. So Rush and Anderson. Anderson has hard, Rush does not, so that is going to be a turnover. And Arsenal has the ball. 6, so we'll swap both defenders for Liverpool. And 8 is build up, and it's a 2, so that is touch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Liverpool wins that. And we go to the 43rd minute. And we have a 4. Whoops. 4 and a 7. So this is a midfield battle. It's a 4, which is mark off 4 minutes. So we're actually going to be rolling our final minute here. And we're looking for hard. So 1, 2, 3 for them. And 1, 2 for Liverpool. So Arsenal will have the last opportunity of the first half. They get a 4 and a 6. So 6, again, is take on. 1 is pace. And we're looking at 4 and 2. So he does not have pace. Walsh does. So that is a turnover. That ends the first half. And that is basically a 2-1 advantage at the intermission for Liverpool. Liverpool kicked off, so Arsenal will start the second half. We get a 4 and a 7. I'm going to swap here. And a 7 is, again, midfield battle. And our goal dice says 4, so that is 4 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And team with hard starts the next. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So that would be Arsenal again. And we get a 5. So we're going to swap 5. And we have an 8, which again is a build-up. And the green die says 3, which is strong. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So if the offense wins, that's an attack. So we do get an attack here for Arsenal. Then we get a 4 and a 4. Or 1 and a 3. So the 3 is going to be a problem because then it's going to be defended. The 1 is obviously a layup, but 3 is going to be defended. So the 4 on the defended chart is 05 wide, D3 circle. 05 is Caton. So Caton is going to shoot and miss. D3 is Whalen, and he does have a circle. So Whalen is going to secure possession for Liverpool. And we get a 3. 3, 2, 1. So the 3 we swap here. And a 3 is highlight reel. So this is the first time we'll see this. We're on highlight reel M, which is here. So we're going to roll on this. We get a 7. Offense, green dot, oops. So it was a 7. We're going to use the 4. So offense, green die player. Opportunity to make header shot for goal. Use player's head rating. If green die is 6, no header, deflected out of bounds. The problem is he's got an X for head, which means I think that he automatically fails that. No, it's not an automatic fail. You roll. If he gets a 2, it's good. If not, it's not. Wait a minute. That was Liverpool, wasn't it? Well, he still has, I swapped the wrong team here. Just realized that. So it was Beglin, who also has an X for head. So Beglin header, Arsenal takes over. It's considered to have gone out of bounds, basically gone over the net and out of bounds. So 5 and 7. So we have a midfield battle. It's going to be a 1, which is 1 minute. And we check pace. 1, 1, 2. So Liverpool, they've got actually 3. So Liverpool takes over. We're in the 55th minute. And we get a 6, so we're going to swap both of these. And we got an 8, and an 8 is build up, and the 1 is pace. So they have one pace. They have 1, 2, 3 pace. So that's going to be an attack. So we're going to roll for the attack again. And we get a 3 and 4. So 3. Okay, then 1 for the white die, which is going to end up being, well, 3 there. That's good because we still have Rush out here, so he's still on the primary side. The triangles are good, but the squares are not going to be good. So that is going to be defended. Defended on 4 is 05 wide, D3 circle. So Liverpool's going to retain possession because Rocastle does not have a circle. But D05 is Hansen, so Hansen's going to miss. And we move to a new minute with Liverpool still in possession, I think. Yep. Oh, I keep doing that. So that was a 5. So 2. Whoops. 2 and 8. So 8, of course, is build up. It's a 3. So strong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The decider die time. It is a bullet, so they get an attack. And this time we get a 5. And a 3, which is good, and a 2. 1, 2, 3 is not good. So again, it's defended. Defended 5 is 04 wide, D4 circle. Well, D4 has a circle, so Arsenal will collect here. 05 is Lawrenson, so Lawrenson is going to shoot and miss. And Arsenal takes over. We're in the 58th minute, so we get 1. Woodcock swapped. Nicholas becomes primary. We get a 9 this time, and a 9 is a sideline battle, and we have a 5 and 4, so that's going to be 2 minutes. Bringing us to the 60th minute, and out of bounds gives us the visitor team because it's a 1, so that's going to be Arsenal here in the 60th minute. Okay, so now that we're in the 60th minute, we have substitution possibilities if we roll a 10 or an 11. And we get a 3, and we get a 6. So 3, Arsenal has the ball. Davis to primary. And a 6 is take on. So we're looking at touch. So we have a 4 and a 2. So he has touch, and so does he. So we roll our decider die. And it is a circle, so Liverpool will get an attack. And we get, whoops, that was a 6. Come on. 5, so we swap, whoops, that's 1. Viv Anderson to primary, and we get a 6 on the black. There's no way they have 6 triangles, they have 4. So that's going to fail. This is defended, 01 wide, 03 circle. So 01 is Nicholas, he's wide, and 03 circle. Davis does not have a circle, so Liverpool takes over. And we get a 2. and a 7. So midfield battle, mark off 3 minutes. Team with strong. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So Arsenal takes over. And we get 5 and a 7 and a 5. So it's going to be 5 minutes. And team with tactics. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liverpool. All right. 4 and 5. So 5 is referee decision. So we have a neutral ref. So we're going to roll. And we have a green 2 and a 10. So a 10, defense foul, hard player shown yellow. So we have to swap these guys. He's not hard. So he's not going to get a yellow. Offense gets indirect free kick, which means, so foul. And we've got a 6 and a 5. So we're going to swap our Arsenal defenders. And a 5 is, again, a referee decision. So we're going to roll again. We get a 2 and an 8. And an 8 on referee decision is defense foul, yellow card, and indirect free kick. So yellow card to Ricks and an indirect free kick. So that is just another possession for Liverpool. And they get a 4 and a 7. 4 and 7. All right, so 4. 7's midfield battle. It's a 1, so that's only going to be 1 minute. And team with most pace. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's Liverpool again. In the 75th minute. 6 and 4. So 4 is going to be a home attack. So we got to swap our defenders first. Home team attack. 3 and 1, which is good, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's good. So this is an on-target shot. On-target 5 is 04 or 05 shoots. So I get to pick. They're the same. Let's say McDonald. He hasn't really done anything in this game. So we'll say McDonald shoots. And our assist would be Molby. Swap our defense again, and we rolled a 5. Or a 1 and a 4. So 4 is certainly good. We got enough triangles. The 1 on the white, however, is going to result in a saved. So 5 on there is 2 stars at D4 collects, or 2 squares rather at D4, and O'Leary does have 2 stars. So O'Leary collects, and Arsenal takes over. So that was a big defensive move there. That's where those stars come in really handy. His defensive skills basically prevented a rebound shot. And now we've got a 5, so Viv Anderson, and we get a 1 and a 4. So that's another 5. That's going to be a referee thing again. So we will roll for the referee decision again. 1 and 11. So 11 is deflected out of bounds, offense gets corner kick. All right, so deflected out of bounds, offense gets corner kick. So now we're going to roll on the corner kick chart, which is up here. And we're going to roll. And we get a 2 and a 7. So a 7 on a corner kick is use result from main chart. So we're going to end up with a midfield battle. So, and I didn't roll the goal, so I'll do that now. It's a 2. So midfield battle, we mark off 2 minutes, and we check touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, everybody's got touch. And it goes to the defense, so Liverpool takes over, and we're going to have, pretty soon, we're going to have mandatory substitutions here. So 3 and 11. So 11 is a substitution anyway. So when you roll an 11 in the final 30 minutes, the green die offensive player, which is here. So actually this was a Molby. So he's going to get subbed out, and so is Paul Davis. They both have to sub out. Stuart Robson comes in for Arsenal. Steve Nicol comes in for Liverpool. Now we can resume here. We have an 11, so it's a corner kick. So shot on target, deflected out of bounds by goalkeeper, mark off minute. Offense starts, so we have a shot on target. We'll say that that shot was by Nicol. Oh, and he gets a chip. He gets a chip. I forgot about that. Both these guys get a chip. So as is the case in some other play games, the chips add basically like a boost. Both guys, because they have symbols, get a blue chip. Now you play them on an attack, basically. That's one of the main uses for them, which will add symbols, the needed symbols, either squares or triangles. And if your player gets rotated before you use the chip, you lose it. So now we're going to roll for our corner kick. We get a 5 for Liverpool, actually has the corner kick. We got an 8, and an 8 on the corner kick is use main chart, which is build up. So let me roll the gold here. And we get a 5, and a 5 is going to be mark off 5 minutes. Tactics. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Liverpool wins it, and they start with an attack. And I totally screwed that up. I wasn't using that. I wasn't doing that correctly earlier. It says if team with most whatever wins, starts next minute with attack, and I've kind of not been doing that, which is bad, obviously. So we're going to roll for an attack right now. Now, before we roll for our attack, we're going to say Nichol's going to use his chip. So that's going to give them an additional, because it's a blue chip, which is based on how good the player is, the type of chip you get. They both got blue chips for having qualities. This actually adds 6 triangles. So there's no way they're going to fail this roll from an offense standpoint. They can still fail the squares part. Actually, I should have said they'll use theirs too. So both teams will use their chips. So they're going to have 6 extra squares, which means the attack is basically going to fail. We do swap number 1. So it is defended, and we get a 7, and a 7 is out of bounds corner kick. And we get a 6, so a 6 and a 6. So again, we're going to use the middle. So let's rotate these guys. And a 6 is again going to be a take on. And I need to roll this one. And we get a 6. So that's going to be star. So they have 2. They have 1, 2, 3. So since they were the offensive team, they get an attack. And they've already, both teams have used their chips. 3, 5, 6. So this is actually going to be successful because they do. Actually, it's not. It's not because they don't have rush up top. It's Dalglish, so they don't actually have enough triangles. So that is going to be defended, and a defended 11 is 04 circle. So 04 circle, McDonald does have it. So they're going to retain possession. We're in the 88th minute now. And we get a 3 and an 8, and an 8 is a build-up. So we're looking at team, and we're looking at quality 3, which is strong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So that is won by Arsenal. So that's a turnover. And now we're in the 89th minute. And we rotate 2. And we got a 4, which is home field advantage, which means home team creates an attack. So they get an immediate attack. And they get a 3. And a 3. Or a 1 and a 2. So the 1 is obviously good, but the 2 is not going to be good because they've got 4. They've got 4 squares out there. So that is going to be defended. Defended 3 is D2 circle. He does have it. So Liverpool will take, Arsenal will take over. We're in the last minute of regulation here, 90th minute. They get a 1 and a 7. So 1 and a 7. So 7, 1. Well, we rolled a 6. Mark off 6 minutes. I have to do extra time. I have to check on extra time here. We're going to resolve our attack in the 91st minute. Midfield battle. First extra minute. I need to roll to see how many minutes are added, so we'll do this. It's a 2. That was a 6. It was a 6. So we get 2 extra minutes. And the first minute will be decided by which team has the most stars. So they've got 1, and they've got 1, 2, 3. So Liverpool gets an attack. Not that they need 1, but they're going to get 1 anyway. So 2, and then a 6. They don't have 6 triangles. So that's a defended, and 8 on the defended is 0-2 wide. So Johnston, wide. 0-1 circle. Douglas does not have it. So Arsenal gets the ball. Last chance, gasp. Last gasp chance. We get another 6 here. 2, 3, 7. So 2. And 7, which again is a midfield battle, and a 6 is going to be, okay, so we're going to add another minute here. It's going to be a Liverpool attack to end it because they still have more stars. They have 2. It's 2-2 actually, so we do have a decider die to determine who gets it here. And it's actually Arsenal. So I had written down Liverpool, but now I need to erase that and write Arsenal. And Arsenal has an attack here to end the game, see if they can force a tie. So we get 2. I'm going to swap. And we got a 7, which again is a midfield battle. Oh, wait, no. This is an attack. So 2, they have 3 triangles, so that's good. 5, they have 1, 2, 3. This is on target, so we have an on target. On target 7 is 0-1 shoots. So Nicholas is going to shoot. And Ricks is the assist. So we have to roll again. And our number is going to be a 5. And it is higher than the 1, so that's good. And then the 5 on, so black die equal or less than shot rating. That's good. And the white die is greater than the number of stars on target save, which it is. Then we have the goal. We have to roll for the goal. So it's possible this will not be a goal. And we rolled an 11, which is off the crossbar and in, but it has the referee symbol on it, as you can see. And when you have the referee symbol on it, so basically I didn't re-roll the green. I need to roll the green, and if the green is a 6, then the ref is going to wave it off. It's a 4, so that actually is a goal. So Nicholas scores, and that pulls it out for Arsenal to get the draw. So it is a 2-2 final at Anfield. So that's the game, and Arsenal manages, as I said, to pull out the tie here. It is 2-2. So that is how you play the game. I'm sure I messed some stuff up. Like I said, I haven't really gotten down the whole sequence and everything down, all the nuances, because there are a lot of little edge cases and things, and I may have even missed something simple. Because I often make mistakes because I'm trying to talk while I'm doing this. And sometimes it makes me mess up. So apologies if I messed up too many things, but hopefully you got an idea of how the game plays. And we did play through the entire game, which was my goal. So that was good. So there you have it. That is Soccer Blast from PLAAY Games. This is a fun game, as is the case with virtually, or in my case, all of the PLAAY games. I've not yet played a game from them that I do not enjoy. So hopefully you got something out of this, and thank you for watching. Please consider liking, sharing, or subscribing if you're not a subscriber. Your support is always very welcome, and I do appreciate it if you are a subscriber. Thank you very much. If you have questions, comments, corrections, etc., please post them. But that's going to do it. My name's Joe. This is the Hexed Encountered channel, and until next time, as always, happy gaming.